Hi everyone, it's FPLMattDay here, and this is my Champions League Fantasy Matchweek 12 team selection, including my transfers. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and get any comments, questions, concerns, or thoughts in ahead of the quarter finals. So this is really exciting, coming into the later stages now of the competition. Some really exciting fixtures. Over 2 legs. We can now have more players per team. And I'm going to go through my lineup, including my captain selections for each night. So let's share screen and we'll get straight into it. So I will share that one now. All right. Front three. No change to my front three. Kane is in there. I've got the captain's armband on him for the first night. I was considering going Mbappe at Arsenal. I feel like without Gabriel, it could be a trickier defensive display for Arsenal in this one. Mbappe on the counter. But I've gone with Kane. Inter are brilliant. So good and strong defensively. I think Kane at home at the moment, Bayern are going to score. It's always coming through him. I think they need a couple of goals in this one against a strong Inter Milan team. Mbappe, who I mentioned, stays in my side with the Arsenal fixture. And then Lewandowski, I considered moving him on, maybe going elsewhere in the forward striker market. But I looked at it and thought, Dortmund at home is not a bad fixture for Barca out of the teams left in this competition. Didn't really do too great in the previous round, but I'm going to stick with him for now. So we're going to my midfield, and there is a change in this. So Elise was there in the last fixture, in the last round, sorry. Rafinha as well has been a mainstay in this Champions League fantasy for me when Barca have obviously had games. Adeyemi, he will stay. I thought I had players that needed to go. I had Salah that needed to go in midfield. He'd been knocked out, no longer remaining in the comp, so he had to go. So I thought I'd keep someone like Adeyemi. If Dortmund do score, there's a chance he's involved. And then Dembele at home to Villa has come back into my team. And that was a player I was just so gutted when I sold him and he scored in that second leg against Liverpool. I had a feeling that PSG were going to come out and maybe get something in that game anyway. And he ended up getting some really strong points. So he's got to come back in now. So yeah, a bit bittersweet having to bring him back, but the guy is on absolute fire. And now we'll go into my defense. So there's been one change in my defense. So this is my second transfer, which is Nuno Mendes from PSG, just to give me some coverage there across the back line for PSG. De Vrij stays in there from Inter. Again, another mainstay, as is Pavard. And when you're captaining someone like Kane, if he scores and is involved in the goals for Bayern Munich, the likes of Pavard and De Vrij, you really just got them there for ball recoveries. If they come out with 3 points, 4 points because of ball recoveries, then it's not a bad night's work, because now we're in the quarterfinals. Teams play against each other. You're not necessarily going to get clean sheets from both sides or all your defenders all the time. There could be a 0-0. You'll then suffer some attacking returns, but you've got to look at it and think, okay, maybe 3 points at this stage is worth keeping in your lineup. So all about the ball recoveries. And then goalkeeper, Donnarumma has come in. I think from the fixtures, although Villa have been brilliant in the Champions League and in the Premier League, I think from the fixtures, you've probably got to maybe back PSG from all of the fixtures at home. So Donnarumma is in goal. And then my bench, and that was another transfer. So far, 1, 2, 3 transfers, which have all been PSG. And then we'll go to my bench. And my fourth transfer, Hakimi, another PSG one, who again I took out prior to the second leg at Anfield, and it was just a big, big mistake. I wouldn't have had to make many transfer moves if I just kept them, and I would have had even more points as well. So Hakimi comes back in. He'll come into my lineup on that second night, as will Asensio, if any of these guys out here blank. Kobel, I think he plays the same night, doesn't he, as Donnarumma? So, yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble there. So, I'll quickly just go through as well whilst I'm on here the nights in which the clubs play as well. So, Arsenal, Real Madrid first night, Bayern and Inter first night. So, I looked at it and thought, do I get Courtois in? Do I get Raya in? Bayern Munich's keeper, Inter's keeper, Sommer. And then I was like, well, I've already got Kobel, and I really, really wanted Donnarumma from the goalkeepers. So, yeah, it's just going to be a case of I've got a starting goalkeeper, hopefully for the semi-finals. If PSG were to go through, probably a bit more stronger than the chances of Dortmund. But yeah, it could be a tricky one if I come out with no goalkeepers. But yeah, I just looked at it and thought there wasn't anyone I wanted from the first night to rotate. Asensio, who did really well for me in the previous legs, he'll get those minutes like I mentioned before. Seems like a big game player and Champions League player. And then Schlotterberg as well, he can always come in, really good for ball recoveries, always a set piece and goal threat as well. So all my transfers used, which is 4, all on PSG players. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 from Paris in there. Only 1 from Villa. I'm quite light on Real Madrid with only Mbappe. And I'm very light on Arsenal. And I did want to get Saka in, but I had other fires I wanted to put out, and I preferred to get Dembele in there as well. And there you can see those fixtures on the side. An overall rank, I'm sitting at around 6,000 in the world, which isn't too bad. If I'd kept Dembele and Hakimi in those second legs, I'd probably be sitting on maybe top 5k. But the aim for me is to try and really push into that kind of top 1,000 in the world this year. And I'm hoping maybe a few people don't have any transfers left, so they're not able, or players left. So, teams like this can hopefully prosper. But there you have it. That is my team for match week 12 quarterfinals, first legs. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give the video a like and get any questions in, like I mentioned before. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done already. If you've got this far and you're missing my Fantasy League content for the Premier League, let me know in the comments. If there's anything else you want to see in the channel, let me know on the comments as well, because I can come back with Premier League content if people want it. It's just the Champions League's been performing a lot better of lately. But I will be back next season with plenty of Premier League content again, especially at the start. But anyway, this is the Champions League. I'm FPLMattDay. Thanks for getting this far. If you've got this far, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now and good luck.